Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 46 of Direwolf20's Server Play series. I am right now creating coal. I've got way too much coal. And something stopped. Why did we stop? We don't have any more work to do. Why don't we have any more work to do? Oh, because I filled up. Ha, cool. So I've got this neat little buildcraft system set up here, just basically feeding into a carpenter. One of the cool changes that Sangir made to forestry recently is that forestry machines no longer take power from a network if they don't need it. So no longer is power being wasted and sent directly into my fermenters and my stills, even though they're full. So that's kind of an awesome change. Loving that. It's so cool. So yeah, creating a bunch of coal. I have way too much of the stuff. I'm actually going to need more crates. But also hanging on the server to me today is Azenor and Thunderdark. What's up, guys?
Hi.
And it's funny, every time I start recording, Thunderdark's microphone little icon on TeamSpeak just goes muted. It's okay, Thunderdark. So, yeah, if anybody needs coal, I have silly amounts of it.
No, that's fine.
To the point where I'm actually, running out of crates. I need to make more crates just to hold all this coal. I've almost got
Whoa.
3 stacks of crated coal. Ah, there we go.
Well, okay, yeah, that's a lot of coal.
Yeah. And that's, not counting the coal that I have sitting in my chest for, me to grab and use as needed. I should set up, an auto-crating system, kind of like I had in my single-player world, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe that'll happen after the server reset.
Cool.
That's enough for now. Alright, well, while that coal crates, why don't we go check out our nuclear system that we were getting ready to set up. So, we've got some work to do to get this thing properly running. Yeah, my problem was I ran out of space in a crystal chest. Now I have to start creating it.
Well.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I'm going to build my Cossack now, I think. And how's my UU matter supply coming? Not too bad. Alright, so I need just a few pieces of tin. In last episode, you guys remember I refined a bunch of uranium. So this stuff, unfortunately, does not stack, so I'm not going to combine these pieces yet. But what I do want to do is start getting some of the ice prepared over here. Make sure I've got plenty of fiber cabling, some glass fiber. Should probably make a few more of these. Let's go with 4 more sets. And maybe we'll go visit Azenor and see what he's up to in a little bit.
I'm building a double-decker reed farm again.
Oh yeah? That's cool. For some buildcraft power, forestry stuff?
Yes.
Nice. Alright, so basically, guys, and by the way, I think somebody let one of my snowmen out, which explains the snowmen trails. Alright, so what we want to do now is set it up. First off, we've got power coming up to this thing, right? Yes. So we want to do something with this stuff. Now, these guys aren't exactly nicely laid out, but, you know, I did what I could. We're going to need a high-voltage transformer and some high-voltage cabling. So I should probably have made those ahead of time, but that's okay. How are we for high-voltage cable? Probably going to need a little bit more of that stuff. There we go. Might as well insulate my gold cable too while I'm at it. Nice. So I'm going to need that and that, and that. And one of these. Oh, out of stuff. Oh well, that'll be fine. So remember guys, we need to make a high voltage transformer to deal with the fact that we're going to have like extreme voltage coming out of this thing, right? So basically, we want to tone it down just to regular old high voltage. Okay, so extreme voltage comes out, and then we'll convert it down to high voltage, and that'll be cool. All right. What else do I need to get this thing set up? Well, that's a good question. Probably going to want some wireless stuff, but we'll deal with that in a minute. Because I do want to have like a wireless control panel for this whole thing. Alright, here we go. Ooh, somebody was kind enough to place glowstone all down there. Nice. And we still have this camouflage guy in here, so let's take him out, just because I like to see the force fields in action. And I might actually expand this force field and make it one bit larger than it already is. And I'll also set it up so I can move through the force field and get into the reactor if I need to. But we'll see about all that stuff in a bit. Alright, so basically, let's get rid of this force field for now. Okay, and from here we want to connect our high voltage cabling. In order to do that properly, we're going to need to do this. There we go. Why are you making such a mess? Much cleaner. And to here we connect the high voltage cable. And remember, it's the 3-dot side that's connected to the extreme current. And then we can connect this guy up to here. Sweet. Now we're not going to want to have this thing going just into this MFSU. In fact, I don't know that... Yeah, we're basically going to want to be filling up both of these things. So let's do this. And I know this thing isn't exactly properly placed, but oh well, what can I say? There we go. Cool. So now we should be sending power to both this MFSU and this MFSU. And this thing's draining at the moment only because my force field's still on. Not a big deal. Okay. So everything's cool? I think so. Now we're ready to get some ice in this thing. So what we're going to want is basically... Oh, you know what? We should probably also set up a remote diffuser thingy. So I'm debating exactly how I want this to be functional, but give me a minute to think it through. Alright, I think I'm going to head down and get myself some of that awesome stuff, ender pearls, because I'm going to need a few of them. And I have to remember, there it is, the ender farm book is here. Cool. And world loading around me. Come on. There we go. Hey, this place is different looking. Oh, wow. Nice. They've really changed the ender farm since I've been here last, haven't they?
I haven't really taken a look at it yet.
Holy cow, what the heck did they do?
Now I have to come see.
Dude, this is nuts. I'm imagining Richard G did this, but I can't be certain about that. Well, if you need any ender pearls, I think we've got enough. Holy cow.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, like, look outside. That's awesome, isn't it? Where does this even go? Oh, there's the actual end. That's awesome. Holy cow. How long did it take him to make this? Oh, I see what he did. He used a builder with a blueprint. That's what he did. That's kind of cool. Did you see how many ender pearls we've gotten here?
I'll take a look now.
I came here all with like an athame, like ready to kill these things, and I don't really need
to. Okay.
Yeah, all the diamond chests are full. I guess it's a pretty good EXP farm too.
I guess so, yes.
Yeah, I hadn't been there in a while. That is pretty awesome. Well, I guess I don't need these things anymore. Alright, so let's get some wireless redstone stuff. So basically, I'm going to want receivers and transmitters, right? So I'm going to need a bunch of obsidian, I know that. And some smooth stone. Probably, I think, need 2 of them, right? Because I need to do... I don't know what I need. I need a bunch of stuff. Cool. And then over here... So I need these guys. I'm gonna need more wafers. Okay. So close. What am I short on? Okay, I can manage that. Sweet. So I've got plenty of wireless stuff. Might as well also get, while I'm here, some of you and some of you. Alright, so basically we want to test this whole thing out. And I should start getting my nuclear control components ready too, but for now I think we're okay. So basically what I want to have is the following. If I go down here, I want a receiver
Very quiet today. I guess everyone's off playing Guild Wars or something.
Oh yeah, Guild Wars 2 just came out, didn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, I should get like a wireless analyzer to find out what frequencies are available, shouldn't I? Oh wow, that requires a lot of stuff. Okay. Three more of these guys. Actually getting low on glowstone. There we go. Now I can see what frequencies are in use. Alright, looks like these guys are... Okay, cool. I'll be back in a minute, guys. Let me make sure I have everything I need. Alright, so here goes nothing. Let's give it a shot. I want to see if this stuff will connect directly to the block. This guy. No, they do not. But I bet if I put that there, it will. Cool. Awesome. So now, let's say... Alright, I'm going to use like the 200 range. Let's see, I don't think there's anything in that. Alright, I'm going to start at 200. Dire nuke. We'll call it that. Set name. Cool. So 200 will turn on and off my nuclear reactor. So let's do this. Transmitter, lever. Cool. Now, if I put a uranium cell in there, it should not be running. Perfect. Now if I turn off the wireless redstone, it will run. And if I turn it back on, it'll stop running. Cool. I like that. Alright. Now let's start crafting some stuff from the awesome add-on, nuclear control. I want a thermometer. Not just any thermometer there, a digital thermometer. Alright, so I need an electronic circuit and some refined iron and some glowstone. Just because I ran out of stuff. It's nice having a lot of resources, isn't it? There we go. Was it 4 or 5 that I needed? 3. Okay, cool. Perfect. Now there's a bunch of other nuclear control components I'm going to play with, but I'm not going to need them just yet. That will come into play shortly. But for now, we've got a wireless frequency to turn that thing off. We'll probably want to set up our other wireless frequencies too. So let's get them going. Going to want one here that'll turn on and off the snow, right? So let's do this. I should create my control panel at somewhere. Not exactly sure where I want it, to be honest with you guys. So let me think that through. Alright guys, I am back, and I'm playing with my nuclear reactor. And then Asinor started talking about his plans for Thaumcraft 3, so I'm like, ooh, I better start recording. So what were you saying about Beast?
Well, Vs is completely going away. The way the Crucible and such works now is every item in the game has, like, the working title is aspects on my side, but it's almost like meta tags. For instance, a rock would have it would be hard and it would be made of stone, and it'll have all these, like, how do you call it? Basically descriptors of what it's made up of. For instance, redstone would be energy and things like that. So when you smelt items down in a crucible, you start gathering these meta tags. And say, for instance, you want to make nitol, you need to gather energy and several other of these tags together in the crucible and then combine them to make nitol.
Okay.
Probably not describing it very well.
No,
but
you actually are describing that extremely well. It makes perfect sense and it's absolutely awesome.
It does sound really cool.
It's kind of like the system that, but not like the system that Equivalent Exchange uses with fuel and matter, but in a much wider sense. Is that what I'm hearing right? And you would use different base components to make your items.
Yes.
Okay. It makes perfect sense, that.
Sorry, just running away from a creeper. That somehow spawned right in the middle of my factory, but okay.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, no, I never really liked the V system. It worked fine, but it was also quite a bit too similar to EMC from EE. So I'd rather have my own thing.
It's a very simplistic thing, isn't it? It is Viz and that's it. But you're talking about much more wider components, base components.
Yes. The aura's also still going to be around. It's technically it's still V. I might not call it that, but it's just almost like a magical charge you use to do all your magical odds and ends, but you can't gather it like you could previously. You always use it directly from the aura.
Oh, that's cool.
Are you going to allow other mods to tap into this? To
Yes,
draw this information out?
Yes, I'm creating. I had an API previously, but a lot of the stuff wasn't accessible through the API. But I'm opening up a lot more stuff. So I'm accessing the aura or modifying it, and the meta tag system. Everything will be in the API. So it should be a lot easier to make submods.
That's awesome. Especially some of the big existing mods tap in to use the same system for their own mods. It would be amazing.
Yeah, I'm also being a bit in a way lazy, but maybe smart about it, because for instance mods like extra biomes and stuff, I had to do a lot of coding to make provision for all those biomes and such, and I'm doing it the other way around now. If the extra biomes guy wants to support my mod, he can register his biomes with my mod, so then I'll be able to pick it up. And I'm doing lots of similar things.
Well, that seems
Because
like a smart way to do it.
I mean, it's a lot less work for them on their side than it'll be for me on my side to, have to make provision for all the other mods out there.
I can't wait. It sounds awesome. I retract my earlier statement. Log off the server now. Get to work. Break's over. Are you using lots of fancy new particle effects, or are you keeping with the same ones?
I'm using some of the same code, but I'm changing quite a few things. I don't know if you saw the video released about the portable hull, for instance.
I did, yes. We were all very excited about that.
Sad thing is that only really the only thing currently working in my mod. At least the visible thing. All the underlying systems are, well, about 60% there, but nothing really to show,
Well, the showy bit comes in, doesn't it? You've got to get all the background work done first before you can tack on the pretty stuff. At least that's the way I think Parmar's been doing it with EE3. So, are you working on spotlights today, are you now? Or has he gone AFK?
Looks like it.
Yeah. I will be back in 2
Nope,
minutes.
I'm here. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm actually recording a multiplayer video right now, and I'll probably be doing some spotlights later.
Cool.
I'm setting up my whole, system of doing crazy stuff. Alright, so that should turn on my compressors.
How's the nuke coming?
It's getting there. I'm actually working on that now. I'm building a control system for it, so I can turn on and off everything.
Oh, awesome.
I think I wanted this to be...
So how many spotlights are you doing now?
Oh, I've got a lot lined up that I need to do. Alright. I'll be right back. Alright, so let's see. I've got a bunch of ice. I'm getting there with this thing. I should build signs for this part. Boy, I'll tell you, I miss my portable crafting table. Alright, so this thing right here is the force field. There we go. And this guy here is the compressors. So when it's up, it's on, see? That's what I'm doing right there. And when it's down, it's off. Just because of the way everything worked out. Oh, one piece of wood? Really? I like how my character like spazzes out whenever I use the intra-age linking books. It's so cool. So Slow went AFK?
I'm right here, mate.
Oh, okay. What's up, man?
I was just talking in the IRC.
Okay. So. Right? Yeah. Down is off, down is off, down is off, but force field is the reverse. I could throw a NOT gate in there if I really wanted to make everything balanced. Maybe I will. Okay, so this thing's all set up, this thing's all set up. Let's now get 7 stacks of ice. And throw it in here. And this will probably be the boring part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stack my ice up, and then I'm going to throw my uranium in there. That's just because my inventory is pretty full at the moment. It's going to take a few minutes, but I'll be back in a few when I'm ready. Alright? Alright, I think I'm ready to test this thing out. Let's see. I've got all my uranium in there. I've got stacks of ice, so that should be cool. So, first things first. Let's do this. I'm going to turn on the force field. Boom. Force field is on. Then I'm going to turn on my snow and compressors. And what we're going to wind up with here is basically... Now, is this thing running? Oh, this thing isn't running. I have to run some wiring to this. That's kind of an important step, isn't it? I cleaned up my inventory temporarily.
Give it back 2 minutes.
Cool, cool.
User left your channel.
There we go. Alright, now this thing's jammed because that thing's full. But when I turn on my reactor, boom, now it should start letting stuff in. And we should be producing silly amounts of energy at this point. Oh yeah, it's running. Now I'm going to head home because I want to get my EU reader. Wherever that thing is. I know I have an EU reader around here somewhere, don't I? Do I not have an EU reader? Fail. I could have sworn I had an EU reader, but I don't know where it is. So let me go make one real quick. I want to turn off my reactor though, because I want to make sure everything's safe. I'll hold off on the EU reader bit. I want to see how the cooling is doing. Courtesy of my thermometer. And I'll have to turn off the reactor. No, reactor stays on. I want to turn off the force field. What do you think, Thunderdark? I do seem to be getting a surplus of ice, which is important. That's good. So you can see this ice is building up. See the numbers are rising, which means I'm producing more than I'm using, which is key. And I should also be producing more EU than I'm using. So that's kind of cool. I also want to see how this is doing. So if that chest fills up, it means I'm definitely producing more than I'm using, which is awesome. I should set up a point for the, ice to get voided or something if it's not needed, but figure that out later. glowstone, and 4 cables, and a circuit.
Is it running at the moment?
Yeah.
Odd, I don't see a force field.
Oh, I turned the force field off because I wanted to be able to
Ah, okay.
check the inventory and stuff. I've got a little control panel over on the side there, which I'll make a little bit nicer in a moment.
And I see you don't have to run a wire into it. There's just...
Where's that?
Is it here at the back? I see a transformer but no wire, and I can walk right through.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't see the, Oh, that's weird. Where'd my high voltage cable go? My high voltage cable disappeared.
Maybe it blew up.
Really? Nah, high voltage can handle 2048, I thought.
It should. Apparently not.
Oh, wow. I'm producing more energy than a high voltage can hold. Sweet. The reason energy is still flowing through the cable, by the way, is a bug in Industrial Craft. When the cable disappears, sometimes it, like, stays, kind of. Let's see what happens if I take one uranium cell out. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that. That is funny. Okay, so I guess that high voltage burned up on me before. So I'm going to want to keep an eye on these things. I should also set up an auto shutoff system for when these MFSUs are full. Though that's going to be a little bit tricky because they won't really ever get full because they're draining. But I want to have a third MFSU here that's going to basically be my surplus of power. So I'm going to go create that now, but before I do that, I want to turn everything off. Reactor off. And snow and compressors off. And I'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, I just checked and it looks like we're getting way past the wrapping up point for this episode, but I want to build that MFSU that I spoke about, which is what I'm doing right now. And with that, we've got yet another MFSU to hang out over there, and I should have some cabling. I think I left it over there, so we should be able to hook that up. But basically, what I'm going to want to do is have a third MFSU that's going to take all the excess power that gets generated. So I should be creating plenty of EU. And basically, we're going to set it up like this. Let's do it like that. Cool. Now this thing's going to fill. So this guy will fill up, ideally. No, wait, that's not what I want. There we go. Alright, so this thing should be going up in power. No, it's not. So adding this as a power gain is kind of draining the other one. Oh, this thing's staying even. Look at that. Oh, right. So wait, why is this draining? I have everything turned off at the moment. Oh, right, because I broke the cables and that ghosting bug is still existing. That's why this is draining. It'll sort itself out after a short period of time. So basically, we should have cabling going like all over the place here. Cool. That's just that ghosted cabling bug. Anyway, I think this is a pretty good wrapping up point for this episode. Oh yeah, definitely. Way past the 30-minute mark. But I will be back next episode to finalize this little setup here that I've got. I think it's working pretty well. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed episode 46 of Direwolf20's Server Play series, and come back next time to see where we go with this nuclear reactor. And then I did promise we'd visit Azenor's Age, so we should go over there and say hi. Alright guys, take it easy.